Business name denied. Why? Now, I did a video about a week or so ago where I showed you how I was trying to do name availability search for a client of mine. Okay, now before I started that process, I already told my client that these business names were not going to go through, not because of the main name, but because of the additional name, because we are using Institute. I remember Institute. Which other one did we use? Let's quickly find out. Let's open this so you see the names we used. I'm trying to open it so you see. So I already told her that they were not going to go through. But another thing is when it comes to the online space or her mentorship, okay? When it comes to the online space, right? I normally give a disclaimer. And that disclaimer is whatever we are sharing works at the moment. And that's why we bring update from time to time. Now, when I told her that those names were not going to go through, I already knew from the past, okay, experiences I've had in the past registering business name that those wouldn't pass through, okay. But then the system could change, right? So I said, okay, since name availability search does not cost much, is about 600 to 700 naira, okay. I said, okay, let's just risk it. And so we did. And at the end of the day, it turned out that the two names, you can see one of them here, mentorship, the other one is, okay, see the other one, institute, can you see? The two names were rejected. What was the issue? Not registrable under BN, that's business name. Okay, so we're going to rerun the process, and this time you'll see that it got registered. Okay, not registering now, and it's been approved. Okay, so we'll do the registration much later. Okay, but when you want to register your business name, try to go with names that are agreeable or registrable under a business name. So once again, I welcome you to Profit Leverage. So here we share tips, tools, and trends that will make you more profitable in any business you are into. Let me also say that it's important that you register your business. I think it was in May, that's after the CBEX stuff happened, the CAC issued an instruction, a directive for every business to get their names registered. I think they gave a 6 weeks deadline, and of course the 6 weeks deadline has already elapsed. Okay, so if you know anybody doing a business under any name that is not registered, please let the person know that they are running a risk on a risk. So it doesn't cost you so much. Even if it does, it saves your business. Okay, you are there to make profit, and so this is one of the ways to package your business well. There's a video on that. If I have the permission, maybe in subsequent videos, I'll try to bring one of those videos in, okay? But it's somewhere online, all right? So let's go ahead to run the process again. Let me walk you through this. So these are dashboard. If you click here, you return to the dashboard proper, okay? So it's loading. So initially, there was nothing here, okay? So, but now that we have a name denied or this name is denied, we can now see something here, okay? Now for name reservation, because we go from reservation to registration, so name reservation, and that's new name reservation, so that's what we'll be clicking. So you can click here or here, okay? So let's click here because the first time I think we followed here, so let's go from here. If you click here, it will show you the ones that have been reserved, okay? But if you want to get a new name reserve, you follow here, okay? So let's click here, okay? Let's take this route. All right, so it brought us here. Read up here. These are some of the things you should know about names to register. So there are names that wouldn't go through apart from what I've just explained to you, okay? So you read up here to find out more, right? But certainly this one we are going for now will be registered, okay? So I scroll down to this place. The first thing here, remember you have to submit two names, okay? Two separate names, okay? So here we go for classification, which is business name at this point in time. Now type of business, is it sole proprietorship or partnership? So we select here and we say sole proprietorship. That's one person business, okay? Now we come to the proposed names. Sorry, my light went off, so I had to put it on again. Okay, so here we come to our proposed name. So this option 1 and this option 2, okay? Actually, this option 1 is compulsory, but if you notice here, there is no required sign, okay? But here, can you see option 1 is required, so you can even skip here, which I didn't tell you in the other video, so you can just put one name, okay? but it's better. I won't advise you put one. It's better you put two. Okay, you put two names. Can you see the moment we put a name here, automatically we could save and continue. So let's copy this name, for instance, and try to just put it here and see whether we can continue. Can you see we couldn't continue? All right, so let's do it the way we want to do it. So my client prefers this to come first. Now the one you want them to accept is the one you put first, right? So let's also put this here and use hub. This one is the one we don't want at this time, but if it's approved, we'll still go with it. Okay, so we now go to save and continue. Okay, so here we scroll down. Okay, we scroll down to see what they require, and this is objective. This is stage 2. Remember, there are 4 stages. The stage 1 is name and type. Second stage is objective. Then the third stage is review. Then we get to payment. So here, which is objective, we choose the reason, and in our own case is new incorporation stroke registration. Then under name of nature of business category, which is also compulsory. Anytime you see this red asterisk, it means that that field is required, so you can't skip it. Okay, so under nature of business category, click here and we go for, I think we went for education the last time, was it? Yeah, I think that was what we went for. Let's go for it again. Then we selected let's go for something like anything you select here will determine what you see on the other side. Before I selected education, now I selected faith-based association. So let's click here. Do you see it's giving you different options here? Okay, so let's return to that education and then come here and we go for organizing seminars and symposium. Yeah, I think this is okay. All right, so here we can put the remarks. Okay, what's this business about? So I've typed something, so I'll paste it. Information service, activities and grooming resources. Okay, save and continue. We're going to stage 3 now, which is review. So check what you've supplied. Okay, and everything is okay, right? So we have our 2 names, partners and hub. Okay, and there's the is a business name under sole proprietorship type. Okay, it's a new registration, and here is organizing seminars and symposiums. Okay, all right, so let's just go to save and continue, and we land on the last stage of this name availability search, which is payment. So, and here is the remitter number. Okay, but what we'll just do, remember this 500, but when they add bank charges, it will increase a bit to probably about 600, 700 naira. So just click on remitter here. Let me scroll up. So remitter, so click on it. All right, so you can choose the option you want to use for this payment, but then look here and you see that it's now 663 naira 94 kobo. So for me, I want to do bank transfer. I'll select this. So these are details for the bank transfer. Okay, so note the amount. How come it changed? Okay, it's now 661 naira 25 kobo when it was on card. Wow, so there are variances here. So depending on what you are using, the amount might differ, right? The amount might differ. Okay, let me not spend time here. Let's just go to bank transfer. So it reduced by about 2 naira, but it's not a significant one, but then it's still something to note. Okay, all right, so I'm going to make the payment. Now the moment I make the payment and they acknowledge it on their system, automatically here will load up. Okay, so let's see how it goes. So I copy the number. Let me copy this number. Okay, I've copied the number, and then the bank name is this, and the amount. So I'm going to make the payment now. All right, I'm making the payment right away. Put every kobo that you see there. That's exactly as you see it. Okay, so 661 naira 25 kobo. So the payment is being processed. Okay, so I've made the payment and I won't click anything, so let's observe and see if they will acknowledge it automatically, which they did the last time. So hopefully they will. Can you see they have acknowledged it? Okay, so payment made successfully. So we have submitted name for availability check. Okay, so this is early morning of Thursday. Okay, Thursday 3rd July 2025. So I'll update you once they are done, and that means yeah, I'll update you, and that in that video will also begin the process of registration, right? So I'll do another name. Okay, in another one I'll update you about the outcome of this. I'm going to do another one with this same account. Okay, so when I do it, I'll update you on the outcome of this. Okay, before we now get to name registration. Okay, so that's it. So expect the next video on this from me. Okay, now I told you in the other video, if you want to learn how to turn this into a business and be doing it for others, even if you are not an accredited agent of the CAC, I have a guide on that. Okay, find the link to that guide in the description of this video. It's a little token that you can afford. It guides you so that you don't make grave mistakes in doing this for others. Okay, so knowing to do it yourself is one thing. When it comes to doing it for others, there are a few things you have to know so that you don't get yourself into trouble. Like I almost got myself into trouble in the first business name I registered for a client. Okay, so I have detailed the process there in that guide. So find it and find the link to get it in the description of this video. If you have any question or challenge with respect to business name registration, just let me know in the comment. For those of you who write or you are interested in writing or making money to writing, we have a new training on board. Okay, make sure you find a video on this channel and do check it out. It's called Write to Sell, Writing to Sell. And I told you, if you want to make money writing, there are certain books you shouldn't be writing. Okay, so I shared with you how to sell your written works. If at all you want to make money with it, it's one thing to write, it's another thing to sell. But for now, it's not about business name registration. So if you want to do it as a business, I think this is the right time to do so, especially with the deadline that businesses were given to get their business names registered. Okay, so any sensible person who sees that news or come across that news should be worried if he or she doesn't have a business registered yet. Okay, so use that as an advantage to get people to register, and when you've learned to do it for them, that's money for you. Okay, so don't stay there and say, oh, there's no money in this country. There is, and I've given you tip here already. Okay, if you still think that's not enough, I have other trainings. Reach out to me and we'll share ideas. Okay, so do subscribe, turn on the notification bell if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video. By the way, let me especially thank this family for all your support, your likes, your comments, your shares. Thank you so much. We just crossed 1,000 just yesterday, right? So I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. So let's take it further to the next level. Do share this video to anyone and everyone in your contact. See you in the next one.